What is up, everybody? This is G Million here, and I'm with the Hoodlum crew. So far, we
Damn right.
have Raven
Hi.
and JG. Say hi, bitches.
Hi, DSP's a bitch.
Good morning.
And in this impromptu video, we are going to react to the what? Whatever. Yeah, he's gonna DSP is gonna review Super Mario Brothers, and of course he has to put his name in the review somehow, but I'm not gonna even bother reading it because it's so autistic. Let's just get started.
I love it. It says my DSP React review of.
I don't even understand why you need to do that, because obviously the logic is you're in it. It's on your channel.
And he didn't even space it. Like, that's how I got confused. I'm like, what the fuck is that word?
I can't. I'm just excited. I'm expecting comparisons to the '93 film, and I'm also expecting. Oh, I'm a huge Mario fan, guys. I've been for my whole life.
Okay, quick predictions. Hit or miss. Is he gonna like it or not?
He's gonna love it. It made billions of dollars. He's gonna love it.
All right.
Yeah, I think he'll like it. I just expect him, though. He'll nitpick, even though Nintendo didn't truly directly make it. But
all right, cool. Let's do this.
This intro sucks.
Oh, at least he has an intro, unlike me, but that's going to change soon, because...
What is going on, everyone? Phil here. Welcome to DSP React, and welcome to my review of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yay!
Now, for clarification purposes, my viewing audience was asking me to review this movie since it
back
was
in April, bitch.
And had a release
very back in April, bitch,
of this year. It is now July of this year, because
you
guys know I have a very busy life.
You don't have a very busy life, you don't have a very busy life. All you do is sit on your fat ass and play video games.
Work schedule. I really wanted to see if I could get to the movies to see it. Sadly, I just never did. And eventually...
Look at his forehead. Look at all that wrinkles.
I'm sorry. We watched this movie.
Demand, thanks to a fan. So
when did we watch it?
Shout out. You know who you are, who donated the movie for me to watch for this
big review. Shout out to you know who you
wanted
are.
to hear my thoughts on this for a while.
That just shocks me that this dude makes all this money.
When I get a chance, finally, I'll do it. Now I had an opportunity.
Can you repeat that? The video is paused. I want the whole audience to hear that.
This man makes six figures at least through last year, and he has not the ability to just buy his own rental copy.
For real,
digital copy or physical copy.
Like, it is available. Yeah, $20 digital. And I believe if you want to rent it in 4K, it's probably like $7. Come on, bro.
Opportunity and access to it, and I watched it last night.
What did you watch it on?
Thoughts on it, actually. Although, admittedly, I don't know if my thoughts are going to essentially line up with a lot of people's. Then again, I didn't really read or listen to many reviews of the movie regardless. I just
that's bullshit.
My audience's
chat was
thoughts
telling him how great it
seemed
was.
Like the consensus
there
of my
you go.
audience over the months that it's been out is that it's pretty good. They liked it.
Haven't you noticed the picture on the video is way too big?
Exciting.
Yes.
It was an interesting.
It's covering his face.
Now, as you know, I'm a lifelong Mario fan.
Yeah, that is true.
Super Mario Brothers 1 back in the day. I actually owned regular Mario Brothers for the Atari 7800. So I actually started playing Mario games before most people even knew Mario existed.
Some people were not born when you played Mario.
Since then, as a YouTuber in the last 15
years. Oh god, we're getting a history lesson in this.
Major Mario game that's come to market, even spin-offs and other things.
Predictable.
I would consider myself somewhat of a Mario aficionado, although I'm not necessarily like a hardcore fan. I'm not someone who's like absolutely lining up to do crazy runs in these games and playing them a million times. You know, a lot of these games is kind of a one and done deal for me.
Wow.
But I thoroughly enjoyed them. I like some of the lore. I like the fact that every Mario game has a new creative spin and stuff to it. The color, the characters, the music, all of it.
The color?
First party Nintendo games.
Phil, what do you mean by the color?
I'm curious too.
It's good quality stuff, and you know that every time you go to play.
Is there a Mario version that we don't know about?
A mainstream animated movie, as opposed to the live-action movie that I saw in the '90s in theaters, starring Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, which is a really
my
good movie
God!
for all the
Again!
wrong reasons.
He can't even
When I
pronounce
heard
his
this
name.
one was coming out, I felt,
And you
wow,
are right.
an
He's gonna mention
Imagination,
that old
or excuse me,
Super Mario Brothers
Illumination.
movie.
These are the same guys who make Despicable Me, Minions. Those
Pause,
are
please.
really, really.
None of this matters.
No.
We're 3 minutes in, and none of this fucking matters.
No, it doesn't matter.
This is him just basically kissing up to Nintendo. Oh, that'd be huge. He's trying to establish that he's some sort of alpha dog.
You
He
want-
hates Nintendo.
I'm not a movie guy, but a lot of movie reviewers and people want to get to the actual movie as quickly as possible.
Yeah, they want to get to the point. They want to read you the actors, the directors, and the writers. If they do go that route. And
A lot of times they tell you like, oh, we loved it, this is what happened in it, you know, like they get, and then they get into the meat. Like he's like, oh, I'm a fan of this and all that stuff, my viewers say this. Like none of that matters.
No. And with me, I have a lot to talk about with Mission Impossible. It's gonna be kind of a different review. So like I don't go through all this damn history lesson bullshit.
Popular animated movies that have made ridiculous amounts of money. So you would think,
What does this
movie's
have to
gonna
do
be
with Super
taken
Mario
very
Brothers?
seriously and is going to be treated with respect, and this is the opportunity for it.
Yep, he's
And
there.
already you got, people within Nintendo saying, oh, we're lined up. I mean, Zelda's probably next, and then we're going to continue on with other franchises.
How do you know this,
right?
Phil?
But
Twitter?
was the movie any good?
Yep.
Or was it just that it was
Finally-
because it
we're
was
finally
hyped
in
or
the
whatever?
meat.
Well, after watching
4
it
minutes
last
in.
night, allow me to give you my
4
full
minutes
thoughts,
in, he told
okay?
you nothing.
From the moment this movie starts, you feel nostalgia because the immediate thing that happens when the movie begins is they start playing the theme song from the Super Mario Brothers animated television show, which used to be called the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, late 80s, early 90s, I forget the exact time frame, but I used to watch this show. So it's actually an 80s and 90s kind of rap. Like, we're the Mario Brothers and plumbing's a game. It's cheesy.
Useless
but
comments.
It's such a retro vibe because this is what you used to hear all the time when you were a kid watching that show.
Yeah, seriously,
And
come
the
on.
joke is that this is an ad that Mario and Luigi just took out to play on New York television because they're plumbers trying to get jobs, and this is the ad they purchased. It had that song in it. Okay, it's kind
It's a
of funny. The
throwback.
logos and everything in the ad are actually logos
Easter
from the
egg.
actual video games too, which is kind of neat. And I was like, that's a
did
cool
like
way to
that
kind of
Easter egg,
explain
though.
it. But it is kind of
Me
odd
too.
because you literally get like 15 or more minutes of backstory of how these two guys are literally regular plumbers in New York City trying to get work, and how their family doesn't really support them or believe in them that they can
They
do
do
it.
support
that there's rival
them.
plumbers out there that hate their guts and
Yeah.
think it's a joke. And there's actually a running joke.
They have
no,
a place
that's
to
a
stay.
Which is
That's
weird.
a foreman.
Because I don't know if in the
He's
canon
not a
of the
plumber,
video games
he's
he
a
ever was
foreman.
short, but in this movie, everyone says
Wrecking
he's just
Crew,
a really
Phil?
short guy. I mean, he's shorter than all of his family members. Okay. So anyway, to make a long story short, they get sucked into the Mushroom Kingdom by just happening to happen
Pause.
on a random green pipe.
He forgot so much.
I know he forgot the whole first customer, the dog.
Yeah,
fucking-
the dog. They ruined the freaking bathroom, and they go home, and Mario said he didn't like the mushrooms and the Kid Icarus stuff, and he's like, "Well, screw that." They go to the Mushroom Kingdom. How they get there?
Yeah, come on. If you're going to spoil the whole movie, you got to at least spoil it.
There was a leak in Brooklyn where Pauline's. Then they go down there to fix it, and then they find a hidden brick wall, and they go straight into the Mushroom Kingdom.
In a sewer, and they get sucked in, and they're separated. Luigi gets shot to one end of the Mushroom Kingdom, and Mario gets shot to the other end. Luigi's in the bad part of town. He's with the driver.
Bad part of town.
He's in Connecticut, pretty much.
Maybe Kensington.
Bones.
No, Kensington's
undead
worse.
Skeleton Koopas who are chasing him. He ends up in a castle. He's being, harassed, and eventually gets captured
Like the trolls, like your trolls.
Man, this is terrible.
by King Koopa and imprisoned. While Mario immediately starts running into more friendly folk, such as Toad, the denizen of the Mushroom Kingdom, who leads him to the princess.
Who's
When
Toad
he
played
finds
by?
out the princess, he finds out the backstory
Yeah, who is
that
he played
apparently
by?
the princess is from another universe.
Mario
and
played by?
Was warped to this Mushroom Kingdom.
Chris
and
Pratt.
was trained to live there and eventually became the leader. Don't ask me why. They would take someone who randomly wandered upon their kingdom as a child and made her the princess. figure that one out. It's never really logically explained. But
it was explained
His
in the
name
movie.
is Keegan Michael Kay, and he did a really good job.
They explained how she became the princess in the movie.
Yeah.
Phil.
They raised
reality,
her.
That's kind of the plot synopsis of this movie. Nothing is ever logically explained.
Did you read the plot
Things
synopsis or
happen,
you just guessed it?
They continue to happen. There is a plot that's moving, but none of it actually makes much sense. So the villain of the movie is Bowser, played by Jack Black.
He
He
please.
is.
I
Sorry.
think Jack Black does a reasonable amount of voice acting, good amount of voice
Pause,
acting.
please. It's really weird. He goes like, "Well, they didn't explain anything. Didn't you play the games?"
I mean, at the core of the concept, Mario saves the princess.
I mean, the movie trusts you to know who these people are.
Yeah.
And even if you don't, you could, especially if you're a kid or you're on a date or something, you can still watch it and enjoy it. But I mean, if you're a fan of Mario, you should love this movie.
Like, this movie puts a lot of trust into you. Go like, these characters, you kind of know what their backstory is. You know what you're walking into. You know how some movies put a lot of backstory in things, then it takes a while so they can tell the audience what's up to speed. This movie doesn't. It's like, here it is, colorful, go, go, go.
Yeah, they gave Mario a little backstory in Brooklyn. That's about it. But everything else, it's just go, go, go.
Right.
The character. But the plot is that Bowser has a crush on Princess Peach, wants to marry her, and therefore he traveled the galaxy finding power-ups and finally found the superstar and felt that because he found the superstar, Toadstool will marry him. Why? Never explained. He just thinks she will. All right? Even his denizens, the Koopa army, when they hear his plan, are like, what? They even react like that. Like, what? That doesn't sound like a very good plan. But they have to do what he says because he's the big Lou. He's more powerful than all of them, so they got to do what he tells them to do.
Come on, Phil. Why are you taking this seriously? This is a fucking kids movie. Come on. It's PG for a reason.
That's great.
It feels like he's trying to like go Evangelion levels of deep here.
Sire, I don't understand why you want to marry the princess. Me either, Toad. Me either, Kamek. Jam with me.
And so once Mario hits the Mushroom Kingdom and teams up with Princess Toadstool, or Princess Peach as she's called in this movie, their job is to try to find Luigi, who's missing. Well, Bowser captures Luigi, gets wind of what's going on with Mario, and becomes insanely jealous, believing that because Mario has teamed up with Princess Peach that she might have a crush or feelings for him. And so now it's his mission to not only get over Princess Peach, but to also basically crush Mario, who seems to be his romantic rival. Meanwhile, that's not really happening in the movie. Like, there's no real romance between Mario and Princess Peach. It's just kind of like, they're trying to help each other out. Peach wants to defend her kingdom from Bowser's invasion, while Mario's just a stranger in paradise trying to find his lost brother. Now.
Yeah, the Mushroom King is totally a stranger in paradise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cameo appearances. There's an entire plot line where they actually have interaction with the Kong people. Yes, Donkey Kong and his race.
The Kong people?
The Mushroom King.
Really? Really, Phil?
Kong people! Kong people!
So you're calling a group of monkeys Kong people?
Kong people. They're apes, Phil. He's a gorilla. Now you die.
Canon in the Nintendo universe, but in this movie it is. They drive around.
They made Donkey Kong part of the Mario universe.
He was always part of the Mario universe.
Yeah,
like
even in the
Kong?
You played as Mario in the original Donkey Kong. Then
he was.
Then you always had him in like Mario Kart and other games like that.
Yeah,
was he in the sports games as well? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
There's only 3 characters in the Mario universe that have their own game: Yoshi and Donkey Kong. And he glazed over so much to get to the Donkey Kong part. He forgot to show the scene, the scene where they're basically I Need a Hero, where Peach is jumping around and, they basically do a level, and he glazed over that scene like it didn't happen.
Yeah, he was probably too drunk to remember it.
around in carts that look oddly like vehicles from Mario Kart, although Mario Kart is never referenced and no official racing circuit is ever referenced.
Wait, pause. They did reference Mario Kart.
Yeah.
What do you mean they didn't reference Mario Kart?
They referenced Mario Kart when they first got to the Kong world, where that dude with the sunglasses gave him a ride.
Do you want to have a big ass sign saying reference to Mario Kart?
They even had the kart selection screen. They even had Rainbow Road, the music, the blue shell, the items.
That's Mario Kart.
I don't know, like, there was hints of Double Dash in there too.
Yeah, just a little bit of a hint, and like I said, they played the music, selected a card and did all that stuff. Toad even did a meme thing with Toad picking up the biggest card. Like, what? They didn't. They only hinted at it. No,
Phil. They made it a big part of the movie, and it was in the trailers too. Come on. This is gold.
Right. Multiple driving scenes in the movie that are reminiscent of Mario Kart stuff.
Okay, they barely reference Mario Kart. Now there's like certain drivers that reference Mario Kart. What is it, Phil?
Doesn't even know.
And let me put it this way. There's some things I really like about the movie. I like that there's a lot of Easter egg references. If you are a fan of Mario,
name one.
You're going to get a lot of references in the movie I recognize that creature from a Mario game. Wow, they're playing this theme song of Mario music that I know.
Please. He totally forgot that the GameCube was the cell phone. He forgot that Jumpman was in the cabinet, and the person voicing Mario's dad was actually Charles Martinet. He couldn't name a single one.
No, he did not name any of the actors. That's like number one in a movie review. You name your actors, and you can say Chris Pratt's character, so you know that who played that character.
Right.
From a Mario video game in the movie. And those themes permeate throughout. If you're just kind of counting Easter eggs, you're going to have like a giant notepad this stacked by the end of the movie saying, wow, look at all those references to stuff from the Mario franchises in this movie. But never really do they pan out to be anything important. And we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Service.
It's
fan service.
This is for people that are longtime fans like you, Phil. What you started this whole video off with. I'm a huge fan.
Then it's very important. That shows you how much Illumination cared about the Mario universe.
Indeed. I enjoyed the little references. They're good.
Yeah.
And you have to really spot them. Like in the commercial, Mario has the cape from Super Mario World. That's cool.
And like you said, the GameCube ringtone. Some are easier to spot than the others.
But that's what's fun about it.
Yeah, it's fun to see all these references for the old guys taking their kids to go see this movie that may not know much about the Mario universe as we do.
And Mario playing Kid Icarus on his NES, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Another thing that I liked about the movie was the animation. I think the animation was absolutely top notch. The lighting, the detail to the characters to actually.
Do you have any other movies you can compare the animation to?
Is there any other movies that are dark?
Come on, Phil. I've seen 4 animated movies this year, and this to me was the second best animated movie.
Sure. Behind Spider-Man.
I wouldn't say that. I think Suzume was the best animated movie.
Also, this still right here, he looks like he wants to eat Mario Brothers.
Actually see Mario and all of the creatures of the Mushroom Kingdom be put into a full 3D perspective like this on a screen, as opposed to an interactive medium like a video game, but to see them in this insane amount of render and definition. You've never seen them in this much detail before. Hell, if you got a Nintendo Switch, that console's like a console generation behind in graphics. So to actually see the Mario characters look like modern.
Really?
Why are we? Why is this even a matter?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's on a console.
I mean,
Phil.
a movie is not going to generate that much processing power. It's just rendering what's there.
Yeah. So you could you could make an 8K or 16K image and render it down to a 4K image, and it won't take up that much processing power.
But he's doing the same thing he does with his video games. He's basically a graphics whore. He's just like, oh my god, it looks so pretty. It's not like the Nintendo Switch, which is garbage, guys. It can't do this. That's why the games are sucking.
Indeed.
This is literally just wanting to crap on Nintendo.
Yeah.
Modernized characters and graphics that you would maybe have on a current gen console is kind of mind blowing and boggling.
My God.
And boggling?
Of course, the movie's gonna look better than a fucking video game. Video games, you have to do stuff in engine. Every Mario game, every scene from that Mario game is probably in engine. Right. I don't know off the top of my head if it's actually true or not, but
here's the other problem. He's watching on a tiny 4.7-inch LED screen.
Not even.
It's not gonna look that good. I mean, it'll look good, but
we watched it in a beautiful, gigantic theater.
I think I watched it. Yeah, I didn't watch it in IMAX. I watched it in Dolby Digital, so I had great sound.
Yeah, but it's still the image is bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
But as the movie goes on, which by the way only has about a 90-minute running time, it becomes a little bit more and more apparent that this movie is meant as a standalone feature and isn't really meant to be a way to explain the lore of the games, nor does it really feel like it really even has a direct connection.
You don't need to.
No, the Mario games already don't have like its own.
Not that deep.
Yeah, they're not that deep, so they're not gonna make this fucking movie that deep.
He wants this to be 2.5 hours explaining every mushroom in the kingdom.
Yeah, I guess.
Of the stories of the games previous, it really is its own standalone story. No, the princess is not in another castle, but that's a joke that's made. Okay, there's no Koopa kids. All right, there's no.
That's our reference, Phil.
Geez, I mean, there's just so many opportunities for things that they could have done that would have made sense. How do we take the lore or the gameplay elements of Mario and turn them into a movie? They didn't really go for that.
What about that level that Princess Peach did?
Yeah.
What about that whole 15-20 minute scene where Mario tried to do that and she had to explain to him what the power-ups do?
Indeed.
And that Donkey Kong fighting scene and that Mario Kart scene.
Right. He just doesn't get it. He's like, explain me all this. You played all these games. They don't need to explain shit to you.
Someone just kill me.
Essentially,
I'm right there.
The whole movie is Mario and Princess Peach running around looking for Luigi, trying to rescue him.
No, the premise of the movie is Mario and Luigi trying to save the Mushroom Kingdom, and it happens that Bowser has Luigi, so might as well kill two birds with one stone, pretty much.
Yes.
Eventually teaming up with the Kongs and becoming this combined force to take on the invading forces of the Koopas, and then fighting with the Koopas for the rest of the movie. And that's like the whole movie. There's really nothing to it. The gameplay elements of Mario Brothers really
elements.
Why are you comparing this to the Mario games?
Gameplay elements.
It's a movie, not a game.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Shine through. There's a couple scenes, for example, at the beginning, there's a scene where they're running through the streets of New York and it's a 2D side scroller that looks just like an old school Mario game. He even jumps and grabs a flag at one point, okay? But never
like
is using the elements that you would
call back.
For example, why isn't he jumping on a Goomba and then kicking the shell and doing a big combo against the Koopas all the time, right? He doesn't do that. There's no classic Mario stuff. Is there fire flowers? Yes, but when you get one, all of a sudden it's like completely different how it would have been used in the games, you know? It feels like that. Even something like he has the cat suit. Well, he has cat powers, but
they have to make it different because they don't want to make it just like the fucking game.
It's telling a story.
Yeah, you like they wanted to take the elements of a game and turn it into a story. They're not going to make it exactly like the game.
So crazy.
Is he using some of the cat powers from the game? Yeah, but he's also like super powered. Like now he's a superhero and he's flying around doing cat fu, kung fu. That's not in the game.
No shit, because the game is limited. I just want to fucking die. Oh my god. I know.
You see? And it does that a lot. Like it basically takes the lore of the games and just turns it into its own entity and kind of goes way out.
They take the lore of the game and make a movie out of it.
Yeah, a fun movie.
Outside of the realms and confines of what we already know from the video games. And you might argue, well, that's good because that's original. But the question is, who are they trying to appease with this movie? Because in 90 minutes of runtime, there really isn't much substance to this movie at all. There's a lot of action. There's a few laughs along the way. But it never really feels at the end of the movie like, wow, finally Mario made it to the big screen. And we got to see all those things that we loved from the Mario games transferred faithfully.
It doesn't need to be some deep dish pizza. It's a fun cotton candy movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. You take your kids to go see it. They have a good time. You'll have a good time to see all the references of the Mario games that you had when you were a kid and keep your kid happy. Like
if they played the games, they're going to get it. If they didn't play the games, well, you're in for a bad time.
Yeah, you may not get it. Like, why is Princess Peach running through all these obstacles? Or why is this a 2D thing in Brooklyn? But if you did play the game, you know.
Yeah, if you love Mario and know these deep cuts, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah, and if you're not, then oh well, sucks for you.
It's not an Oscar-winning movie. It's just a movie.
Yeah, it's just something that Nintendo wanted to do with elimination, and then just ended up making a bunch of money.
Yeah, it didn't. It was fun and it was good to do.
Oh, I forgot he reviewed the Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah, it sucks, and we're halfway through it.
We're making a video. We're not live streaming.
Yes.
It feels nothing like that. It's like they didn't bother trying to be faithful. They just wanted to get those elements on the screen in any mishmash, smashed way.
It's very faithful. It's probably one of the most faithful video game movies ever to be made.
Exactly. And it made a ton of money.
And if you were to say the original film wasn't faithful, I guess you could say that because I mean it was very loose and it was different. But
no, I was gonna say the original was not faithful to it at all.
Loose. I use the term loose.
I'm just saying the princess wore tan shorts and looked like an expedition. She looked like an archaeologist.
I gotta watch the original.
Oh, it's classic cringe, but it's fun. It's fun.
It's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like Mario at the end of the movie.
It does feel like Mario.
It does.
Oh my god. I'm having an aneurysm.
This whole movie, the whole movie made by Illumination, is more faithful to the source material. Granted, it made some weird changes, aka the voice acting, but for what it was worth, it was faithful. It did feel like a Mario Brothers movie, or felt like a Mario movie.
Yeah, the voice acting is questionable, but
it could have been better. Some characters did better than other characters, but oh wow.
But then again, still fun.
I know people are gonna say, or we're defending the voice acting. No, they did fine. It's just they did fine.
The voice acting is better than Yang as Kiryu, so
yeah. Oh no, it's better than Project 7. What are you talking about?
That is true. Definitely true.
We're at the halfway point, and he hasn't mentioned one thing yet. Let's see if it does.
Yeah, we all know what we're trying to get him to acknowledge. So, Viga, let's see if you can get it.
The end of the movie is so weird. Without spoiling, there's a big resolution where Mario and Luigi finally kind of man up and team up, and they face Bowser
Man up.
and through this clever tactic, they beat him.
Okay, thank you for spoiling the end of the movie. After you said you're not.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll say this, spoil it. Mario was the one to man up from it. He was actually the one determined to do so. Luigi, not so much, but he manned up at the end.
Yeah, like fucking Mario was about to give up, but nope.
But Luigi came in, it's like, no, we got this, bro. And it's like, all right, we're gonna go kick some fucking turtle ass. And they do. Like every Mario Brothers game.
In Brooklyn.
But the question is, why wasn't that clever tactic ever used earlier in the movie? This is an element that
they're building up.
It was, it's build up. And this is the thing I've noticed. Phil doesn't like build up.
No.
He just wants to get to the end as quickly as possible. And here's another thing with this, Phil, and I don't know, has he ever talked about symbolism?
No.
Okay, I'll tell you all this. You know that ad where it talk about save Brooklyn because you'll save you a bunch of money? That one thing that was embarrassing, that it brought his family like to shame, quote unquote. That fucking ad was the one thing that actually gave Mario like determination to save the fucking world.
Exactly.
Good symbolism.
Thank you, Mario Bros. You have helped me save me a bunch of money in my wallet.
And we're going to save a Brooklyn. Save a Brooklyn.
Mamma mia.
Like, if there wasn't build-up, movies would be like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, it'll be short films. Like, granted, nothing wrong with short films, but Phil doesn't want the build-up. He just wants, oh, hey, they do this, they do that, and he wants it to be told to him.
If he doesn't like build-up, he should not watch Across the Spider-Verse, because that's all pretty much build-up.
Yeah.
And I just spent 3 hours in a movie. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. Most of the movie was build up, but they did have a resolution at the end, even though it's obvious that it's a two-parter. Even says it in the title. So
yeah, even Across the Spider-Verse is a two-parter, but they changed the third movie.
Yeah,
instead of it being part 1 and part 2, but we already know there's build up.
Yeah, he just wants to skip all this build up. Like, so what? You know, some parts of the movie are more boring than others. So,
I don't think Mario Brothers had like a boring scene.
No, it didn't have a boring scene, but it had a bit of pacing issues. But then again, most of the Mario games had pacing issues, so they did one thing right.
Mm-hmm. They copied the pacing issues.
Exactly.
That was introduced early on in the movie and was forgotten about till the end. You could have literally beaten me at any point in the movie.
It was not forgotten.
No.
It was shown in the beginning. It was shown in the middle. We already knew the Power Star was a thing.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes of the movie had the Power Star.
Will you yield?
Fuck you.
I don't even remember if it was in the trailer or not.
It was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That first 5 minutes was in. You could watch the first 5 minutes.
I know the first 5 minutes was part of the trailer. I don't remember if the Power Star was in the trailer. I got to watch it again. Oh, okay.
It was. And it's in Who's Gonna Stop Me? And it goes straight to Mario.
Got it. Now I feel like a dumbass.
No, you didn't remember it till the last minute of the movie so that you can have your happy ending resolution. Also,
sorry, pause for a second.
He said happy ending.
He totally forgot. I'm not gonna say it yet because he even brought it up yet. The meme thing yet with the star.
The video is not over yet, so he still has he still has like 10 minutes.
If he forgets this is trash.
This is total trash. Yeah.
Is a minor spoiler, but I will tell you it's so odd. At the end of the movie, the Mushroom Kingdom spills into real life Brooklyn, New York. And all the people there are like, huh? But it's funny because
real life Brooklyn, New York.
What are these giant turtles invading? And then within seconds, it's
Brooklyn,
like fine,
Texas.
everything's fine. Like what? Like they're not freaking out. They're not ripping their hair out of their head.
It's a kids movie. They're not gonna have time to deal with all that.
No, it's. I love how he's questioning realism in an Illumination, an animated movie. There's no such thing as realism. And also in a Mario thing, no less.
Yeah, like shit spills out. Like in movies, shit spills out in the real world all the time if it involves a different world, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Pacific Rim.
Monsters. I just can't think of
Inc.
Monsters Inc. So like
there are so. Oh, you even gave an example of it. Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's right. When the first film,
yeah, especially the first film. Crossing over
to awesome battle in the city.
Yeah, it's like there's so many things, so many movies that are. Well, you could also say the same thing with Doctor Strange as well.
Yeah.
Multiverse, like anything that has to deal with dimensions or another world. No shit, something's gonna spill out, and especially due to the fact that
the big one, Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yep, that one too.
That was a good one.
That was Chef's Kiss, and Tom Holland spoiled it for everybody.
No Way Home.
Yeah, he spoiled it. Yeah, he spoiled what was going to be in it. He gave away the secrets, and people are like, they're like, Tom, you're not supposed to say that. Oh shit.
No Way Home.
No, I guess he has No Way Home.
Interdimensional creatures are invading New York. Oh no, it's fine because the Mario brothers are here and they're saving the day and everything's happy. Like what?
No, Phil. When it first happened, Spike comes up to him and is like, what the fuck are you doing here? And then boom, all of a sudden people are freaking out. Even Mario's freaking out.
Yeah, it's just Phil taking everything so seriously in a fucking animated movie.
Like, he doesn't know anything about disbelief. The suspension of disbelief is way past this man.
No. And he lives in disbelief. Like, all he does is play video games.
He lives in disconnection, not disbelief. He lives in disconnection.
He really does.
He's created a hug box to exist in. I mean, this is not healthy mentally.
My God,
for mental health.
And I'm saying
this is not good for my mental health.
No, he has a dissociative identity disorder where if something happens in real life that's not related to him, he doesn't care. But if that happens to him, right then and there, he has to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
No, a dimensional tear just opened. Are you not losing your mind? Are you not like...
People do lose their mind.
They did in the movie.
Yeah, but it's not focused on the people. It's focused on the Mario brothers.
It's focused Mario, Peach,
and that small section of Brooklyn. It wasn't like they were like, here you go, look at this crazy shit.
No, they didn't want to animate that. They just wanted to focus on what's going on in front of them. Mario, Peach, and everyone else, and Bowser and all that.
And Donkey Kong 2.
And Donkey Kong 2.
You know what I mean? Like, they act like it's nothing. And so, at the end of the day, after watching this movie, I have to conclude it's a children's movie.
Duh.
What?
Wait, what? Wait, this was a kid's movie? I thought this was PG-13. I thought Mario said fuck.
I can't believe he said that.
I thought God. I thought that Mario told Peach, get on the fucking cart.
And he's serious too. Look at his face, the way he said it.
Look at that
face. It's a kid's movie.
Man,
no, I love that face. I thought that kid movie.
After watching this movie, I have to conclude it's a children's movie.
let me tell you, this analysis is amazing.
And we're not even done with it.
Oh my God, how much is left? I can't tell.
There's like, what is it, 13? This is 22 minutes. There's like about 9 minutes left of this. And I just showed up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Already I want to bash my head.
We all do.
This movie doesn't have any kind of complex plot line.
Oh shit.
Really doesn't even have much of a coherent plot line.
Okay.
Says, we got to do this. Now we're going here to do this. Now we're going here to do this. Fight.
Well, no shit. It's a Mario. Mario had that same simplistic storytelling.
Uh-huh.
Go here. Go there. Go here. Oh, there's Big Bad Bowser. Oh, go get cucked by Peach. Okay, that's it. You're done. That's essentially it.
Yeah. There's 8 worlds. Go through these 8 worlds. Beat these levels. You got Peach.
Yeah, defeat Bowser, get your cake, and you move on. So they were following like the Mario Brothers like formula to a T.
Mm-hmm. They didn't want to make it like a long TV show, so they only showed you like two worlds or 3 worlds, you know?
Yeah, and they did a good job with that. Okay, since I missed it, did he praise anything in this fucking film?
He spent like
Yes.
Yeah, he spent like half of it praising it. You kind of came in during the cons. Or
okay, what did he praise?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Okay, good. I'll watch it myself later.
The animation, that was
the main thing you gotta take away, the animation and the color. Graphics. Because he compared it to the Switch.
Yeah, and well, the Switch is really not powerful, guys.
Oh my god, comparing a fucking children's CGI animated movie to a Switch game. Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer.
Oh, he also made sure to emphasize how much of a huge Mario fan he is.
Mm-hmm.
Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
He's such a huge Mario fan, he couldn't see this movie in theaters.
I remember that too, because he made that bullshit excuse of, oh, it costs $20 a ticket and costs $20 to get snacks. I'm like, Phil, you don't have to get the snacks.
Nope. You don't have to get the snacks. You go to the matinee.
Maybe get a drink and that's it.
Yeah, get a drink.
I just couldn't believe that he really did talk about the original movie and how much of a fanboy he is. Like, he's so predictable.
He didn't get to the actual review until 4 minutes in.
Started off. He had to tell us how.
Fight, go to here to do this. Fight. Go to here to do this. Fight. You don't see any character development in the characters besides Luigi. There's one moment of character development.
What?
What?
So the whole thing with Mario getting stronger and actually learning to fight things wasn't development. Same thing with Peach developing her kingdom, Bowser, all the characters in there, Donkey Kong, they didn't have character development. Nah, it's Luigi got brave.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding
Mario
me?
and Donkey Kong hated each other.
And they liked each other at the end. They helped each other and they grew to be best buds. That's not development.
He doesn't know character development if it slapped him in his face and fucking teabagged him.
Remember, he's telling this to his audience. He's like, yep, I'm smart.
Yeah, this is for his audience, not us.
Fair point. That is a big fair point.
Development at the end of the movie, and that's it. Everyone else just kind of stays in their lane of who they are, and there's a lot of action that's just kind of frivolous action that doesn't really go anywhere. Like I said, there's tons of references to Mario, but none of them are really utilized to explain anything or make it.
He said this earlier.
What? There's a bunch of Easter eggs that don't do anything. It's saying, hey, you remember Pauline? You remember Donkey Kong? You remember Mario Kart? You remember Rainbow Road? You remember the old school Donkey Kong games, Smash Brothers? You remember all of this? This is all taking place with Mario.
Yeah, this is.
What the fuck?
Easter eggs are meant for the fans to enjoy and be like, I know that. It's kind of like the meme with Captain America. I get that reference.
Yeah, I understood that reference.
I feel like anything is of worth. Here's a perfect example. In one scene, they'll start playing a theme from Super Mario Brothers, the original game. Then all of a sudden, it transitions to an orchestral theme from Super Mario 64. And then all of a sudden, there's a song from Super Mario Galaxy. And if you know those games, you're like, oh, this is neat. But why did they do that mishmash of themes all together like that? Why?
Because it's cool.
It's interesting. Like the end song, when you have the saxophone and it goes straight into the end credits. All of those songs mishmashed, and it was done well. It was a good remix.
Yes.
They did it for the fans.
The only questionable music that they have in the game is the 80s music. Like
Take On Me.
That was a throwback.
It's a good song, don't get me wrong, but it's out of place. Honestly, didn't they have the DK rap in it?
Yeah, very boomery though, but yes.
Yeah, but that wasn't out of place though. I think that was time.
Yeah, it was introduced Donkey Kong when they're about to fight, and it's like DK. And that was good. they timed it well, but Phil doesn't understand time.
No.
Or Easter eggs.
No.
Or anything, even though he's a Nintendo fan. Fuck.
Why don't they have a continuous running theme throughout the movie that's the theme of the movie? If you actually watch great franchises like Lord of the Rings or Star Wars, they all have those.
Is he literally comparing this to those?
Are you fucking serious?
He's very serious.
What the fuck? It had its...
It's like he's ignoring the wealth of music history that Mario has. The franchise has 30-something years of material to work with, and they use the material of Mario. So Lord of the Rings, when Lord of the Rings was made, they created music for Lord of the Rings, and yeah, that's the music for Lord of the Rings. They use music from Mario for the Mario film. What's the problem?
Yeah, it's like with Lord of the Rings, it was an original piece set for the movie. With Mario, though, they took every single thing because, you, like we said, it's an Easter egg. It's a, I understood that reference. I get what that's from. The only thing I'm questioning is, was Sunshine ever brought in at all, or no?
There might have been a reference, but you never know.
That's the only Mario game that I really haven't fucked with. So
yeah, but that's the one I've never noticed in Mario movie. I never noticed it. I noticed Luigi's Mansion, but not that. Huh?
Interesting.
Makes me want to rewatch the movie and make sure if I'm wrong about that.
Maybe I got to play the game then and rewatch the movie.
True, I need to do that too.
Star Wars, dun 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 dun, or Lord of the Rings, you know.
It has its own iconic music.
That's not Lord of the Rings.
Dun 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 dun, and you hear.
He needs to.
That is so. I'm a singer.
Come on, Phil.
He is so out of touch.
No, yeah, you're right. He's very out of touch.
Hear those in the movie, you get goosebumps. Why didn't they just use the Mario theme as the theme to hold this together and gel it together?
They did. Oh,
they did.
Oh my.
They did. They did with the fucking beginning. As soon as it's like, we're the Mario Brothers, and it's kind of like a play on thing for the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
He even recognized that. He's like, oh yeah, they used the same song as the animated series back in the day, and I love that as a kid.
That's a callback, a reference.
I wondered if he realized that, you know, that woman where it's like, thank you, Super Mario Brothers. I wonder if he fucking realized that that was Princess Peach from the show.
No, he didn't.
God damn.
That was also another incredible job
callback
to get her on board.
Yeah.
I did not even. I didn't even realize that. I didn't really watch the show. And if I did, I was a kid, so.
She says, thank you, Mario Bros. You saved me a lot of money and my wallet. Yeah, that was a callback.
You saved me from plumbing and not drain my bank account.
And to date, and from the start of this to now, he has yet to identify a single actor in the film. It's really wild.
That is true.
Together and play it through the whole movie. Instead, they just mishmashed random Mario themes and smashed them together.
Isn't that what they do in the Mario games as well?
Yes.
Phil?
It's a medley.
Yes, that was the best word to describe. Not a remix, a medley. Thank you.
I was like thinking like that's the most he's a valedictorian. He should know what a medley is. He said he was all about music, right? Like
yeah, he knows everything.
Yeah, you could easily recognize it in Mario Galaxy series. Like you could see all the different Mario tunes in one game, and some of them are remixes.
Even in Odyssey too.
And Odyssey, yeah.
And then guess what else they did? They purchased licensed music. Yes, there's actual mainstream music from other movies you've heard a million times. How many times have you heard Holding Out for a Hero in a movie?
Have it.
I've heard it in Short Circuit 2. I heard it in freaking Saints Row 3. It's been in so many comedy movies.
Song,
and they got Holding Out for a Hero in the Mario movie.
Yeah.
And Bullet Train does a Japanese version of I Need a Hero.
Yeah, that's the thing I've noticed though. Is like that's what Illumination does though. They have licensed music. And I'm not including the movie Sing because that was all based around music.
I really like Sing.
The first one was good. I actually liked. I never seen the second one, but even the trailers you would know because they had "Bounce" by System of a Fucking Down in the trailer and in the movie of Secret Life of Pets.
He's a Secret Life pet.
I can't believe
it's
the sin
played
of
out. It
Illumination
almost feels to me like the
using
writers
music.
had an idea
know,
for what
right?
they wanted to do, but they just kind of.
I just don't think it fits in too well in the Mario universe. That's all.
Action movie for kids, rather than trying to actually make this a Mario movie.
Even in like
no
if it's in the Brooklyn
you
universe,
could remove
okay,
all
but
the Mario elements, and it could still be a good movie for
They'll
kids.
learn for the
But
sequel.
it didn't really add anything having the Mario elements. I mean it. Like, it
Okay,
just didn't feel
so here's the reason why they added in the like "Take on Me," like other songs. It's because adults are watching this movie too, so they're catering to both kids and adults. That's why they're doing it. But Phil doesn't seem to understand this. He seems to think that, oh, it's a children's movie. It's like most of the time when people are seeing this movie, most of the time it was adults that like Mario.
Mm-hmm.
I like gaming. It wasn't really a children's movie. It's like a family movie, but fuck 'em.
Yeah. It was a gaming family movie.
I seen a children's movie last month that had a lot of adult jokes in it. So
Well, it's like Shrek 2. I love how a kid could watch it, but it's the other stuff that adults pick up that really are enjoyable.
Hell, a good example, Chowder. The TV show Chowder had jokes that adults could understand.
Pepper spray? Oh, that sounds yummy. Oh, I was wrong. I'm totally wrong.
We need protection, Rada Rada. No, not that kind of protection. Adults got it.
meaningful to me as a Mario movie. I would expect this is how we're going to take Mario to the big screen, introduce him to the world, and we're going to have all these cool, meaningful memes and tropes and things that are going to come out of it. You want to know the one meme that came out of this movie?
Here we
Peaches. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
At one point, Bowser, played by Jack
Thank
Black,
God.
We got to it.
Okay,
Yeah.
16 minutes in. 16 minutes in.
He recognized the meme and also the actor.
Piano. And he's supposed to be the big bad of the movie, the ominous character threatening everyone. And he plays a love ballad to Princess Peach about his crush about her. Where he's just like, I want to, treat you well for the rest of your life. You're going to be with me. Peaches, 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 peaches. And that's it. No. So it's not even like a full-length song. And by the way, the song's not like, it would have been one thing.
No. No. That's not how it goes, Phil. No. Peaches, 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 peaches,
peaches, like, I wanna, treat you well for the rest of your life. You're gonna be with me, peaches, 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 peaches. And that's it.
So you didn't get it right. You thought it was a Meatloaf
song.
song.
One thing if you like big hilarious punchlines and things. It's just not. It's just that the joke's supposed to be. Oh, he's the big bad.
Okay. Stop it for a second. If this meme wasn't supposed to be funny, explain the fucking Game Awards concert when Jack Black showed up dressed up as Bowser singing Peaches.
It was funny.
It was definitely funny.
But how do you not know the song? Peach,
yeah.
You're so cool. And with my star, we're gonna rule.
Bitches, 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 I love you. Wow.
We gotta listen to the song one more time, all right, guys?
No, fuck you.
You're gonna be with me, peaches, peaches, peaches. A love ballad to Princess Peach about his crush about her. We're just like, I wanna, treat you well for the rest of your life. You're gonna be with me, peaches, 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 peaches. And that's it.
Like I said,
so it's not even like a full-length song. And by the way,
even though they released a full-length song,
like, it would have been one.
It is funny.
Like, big, hilarious
I want to love you for the rest of your life.
Supposed to be.
Like, here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about this, though. Is that it is funny. Fuck you, Phil.
I don't know why. The song's not good and it's not funny. So why are we memeing?
Wait, he says the song is not good and it's not funny.
Funny?
It's hilarious.
Even though Jack Black is a musician, he has Tenacious D. He is pretty funny when it comes to his fucking songs. But how in the fuck do you compare Jack Black's Peaches to a Meatloaf song?
Oh my god, we have to explain why it's funny to DSP.
Also, Phil, Peaches can also be used to talk about butts.
I'm just saying, his love for Princess Peach, he wrote a song about it. In the movie, trust the audience and go, Bowser's Jack Black, here's a piano, he's gonna sing about Princess Peach.
And not only that, but this is the one thing I actually do like about the Mario Brothers movie is at least they showed off that Bowser has a big crush on Peach, because it's always so in the game. It's like, oh, hey, Bowser stole Peach. And there are many references to him getting married to Peach.
Yeah, it was a big part of Mario Odyssey.
And Super Paper Mario.
I haven't played Super Paper Mario, so I don't know.
The beginning of the game, it starts off with Peach and Bowser getting married, but it was a forced marriage, and it meant nothing.
See, that's the thing that bothers me.
There was like almost no memeable moments in the movie. They tried.
Fuck you! Fuck off! Are you fucking kidding me?
No memeable moments?
No memeable moments?
You live under a rock. You live under a rock. Get fucked. Get fucked.
No memeable moments? Do you yield? Fuck you!
Peaches.
Or Toad in the big car when they're playing Mexican music.
Yes.
Run, dun, dun.
Yes.
And like, or everything was the Peaches song for a little bit on TikTok. You live under a rock.
Also, the other one, Now You Die.
Yeah, Now You Die.
That was another meme. Seth Rogen as fucking Donkey Kong was meme worthy. So there were memes in this movie. I was about to say Mario for a second. God damn it. I'm so irritated. Phil, there were memes in this movie. You just are a caveman.
I'm sorry if you got to get you into this bullshit.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I was playing a demo. I was like, what are y'all doing?
Speaking of annoying, look at his title real quick. Tell me what you see wrong.
My DSP Reacts review of the Super Mario Brothers movie is not what you expect, but I'm being honest.
It's just, why did he have to put his name into it?
Yeah, why he put his name into it and why explain, but I'm being honest. You could, get rid of my DSP Reacts. Just say my review is not what you expect. Get rid of the, but I'm being honest part.
He's just trying so hard.
When we started, I suggested he was going to say it was a good film. I'm going to upgrade it to, it was a mixed bag.
Pretty much.
One-liners and stuff. But it doesn't really work. It kind of falls flat. And by the end of the movie, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even kidding you, I started nodding off at the end of the movie. I was bored.
What?
Because nothing here is really meaningful.
What?
The writing's kind of bad. It's definitely writing for kids. It's not really, doesn't have anything there for adults. And as a lifelong fan of Mario, I got bored of them taking so.
Are you serious?
He is very serious. A 90-minute movie full of colors and craziness.
And
he
he's
got
falling
bored.
asleep through it.
Yeah, no, it's like, I love the animation, I love the colors, but I fell asleep.
Something from a Mario game and cramming it into the movie with no meaning, no explanation. It was not very good, honestly. Like,
it was
the
good.
Actual visual style.
It was good. It was very good.
Okay. Amazing. Okay. The voice acting, perfectly fine. I don't care about having, Star-Lord as Mario. I don't care that.
Okay.
Oh, he finally recognized Star-Lord.
It's the closest to saying Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's supposed to say Chris Pratt.
Jack Black was Bowser. None of that mattered to me. They did a fine job.
Wait. Jack Black as Bowser didn't mean shit. People were loving Jack Black as Bowser.
He was great.
Every review that I've seen said that Chris Pratt was not good, but Jack Black stole the show.
Yeah. And if I reviewed the movie, I would have said the same thing. Like,
my thing with it, when I reviewed it, aka did a thread on my Twitter, I said that the voice acting was better than I thought it would be. I thought Chris Pratt was going to suck as Mario, but he did better. He did better than I anticipated.
He did have the Brooklyn accent like we thought he would, but it wasn't like over authentic Italian. It wasn't terrible.
Like, here's the thing. The only two voice acting that I liked in it was Jack Black and Charlie Day as Luigi. Those two those two fit.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else, it was good at voice acting.
Everything else was serviceable to make the movie good.
Also, Charles Martinet, he completely said that, it's okay. The voice of Mario in the Mario Brothers movie as a side character, as well as Mario's daddy-o. Oh, that means nothing.
Actually, I don't even think he brought that up, did he?
Nope.
No, I heard him say Charles Martinet. I don't know.
I don't even know if he said Charles Martin. Maybe I'm imagining it.
No, he didn't. He never said it.
Well, we can look at the transcript.
He might say it.
Plot was just not very good. It was boring. It droned on. For a 90-minute movie, I shouldn't be nodding off. I should be feeling like the movie's too short. It feels like the movie's too long. Because the thing of me,
it's 90 minutes.
90 minutes is just the right amount of time.
Phil, that's the minimum requirement to put a movie in a theater.
Yes.
That's the other thing I started to hate is like some movies were just getting so obnoxiously long.
Oh yeah, especially the 3-hour Mission Impossible movie I saw today.
Or The Irishman.
Marvel, some of the Marvel films have been loaded up pretty long lately.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever.
Yep. And there's also The Irishman that's on Netflix that Martin Scorsese made 3.5 hours long. And I even made a point that some parts of that movie bored me, but it picked right back up a few moments later. Like,
is it a newer movie or an older movie?
It came out recently. Let me look up, tell y'all when it came out. I remember watching the full movie. I had to take 2019.
Oh,
it was back when the Joker movie came out.
Oh, okay.
Same year. But a good movie.
Really ever going on, and it just kind of doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. The resolution doesn't feel very satisfying.
Yes, it was.
And at the end of the day, when the movie ends, you're kind of like, I think they kind of missed the mark.
He didn't like it.
Like the point of making a mainstream Mario movie should have been to convert the video games into a movie.
They did.
They did.
They did. They took the culmination of all the Mario games and they put it into a movie, giving everybody fan service with their Easter eggs, giving you a story that, sure, it's simplistic as fuck, but it's easy to follow along.
Oh, it's Mario's story, right?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, or Kingdom or whatever.
Yeah, it was the whole thing. But they did it in an interesting way. Like, Mario was not a hero, but he became the hero, and he had to save his brother.
Yeah, it almost felt like his origin story.
Yes, exactly.
Now, let's take random things from each game, smash them together, add pop culture references, add music that's licensed from pop culture, and just homogenize it into another Illumination movie. That's
Here's
exactly
the thing with the
what
pop
they
culture
did.
references,
and by the way,
though.
I'm a fan of movies like Despicable Me and Minions because those were original plots. Things that were made original, the first time you're seeing them. They weren't based on anything else. So when you're watching those movies, you're interested in where they're going. Here I'm like, when are we going to get to Mario Brothers? And by the end of the movie, you're like, we never got to Mario Brothers.
Star Wars.
We just saw a generic action movie for kids that happened to have Mario Brothers characters and music in it. So I didn't really like it. And I know that's going to be kind of disappointing for a lot of people who were hoping that I was going to say I loved it. I actually didn't really like it. I thought it was kind of meh. I was bored at parts. I was disappointed there was no running theme of Mario. I was really disappointed when they used the license music.
No running theme of Mario?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know.
How much is left? Out of
looks like
too much.
Yeah.
4 minutes left. Like
no development whatsoever for 99% of the characters. They were just kind of there to be there. And at the end of the day, I felt like it was a meaningless story. Like it didn't really tell anything. It just happened, and now the Mario Brothers are in the Mushroom Kingdom. And if they have a sequel, there's a little Easter egg at the end, hinting at Yoshi being in the next one.
Thank you for spoiling that for the people who haven't seen it.
Great, I guess. And there's going to be a next one because this one made so much money. But again, unless it has meaning.
1.3
like,
billion.
For example, if the next one was Super Mario World, they introduced a plot line that Bowser now has Koopa Kids you have to fight, and there's a world taken over with
Frozen 2. No.
Land, and there's this different themed land, and Mario's doing all that stuff. That would be neat. But that's the thing, like, they didn't do that in this one. They had opportunity to utilize everything from the Mario games to make...
They did.
Yeah, they used as much as they can to keep it 90 minutes.
They did. They utilized every single part of it. Even games like the original Donkey Kong, Wrecking Crew. Those games that Mario was in it when he was called Jumpman. They did implement everything from the Mario games into the movie, Phil. The problem is that you're not a real fan like you're proclaiming everybody says you are, or what you think that everyone thinks that you are, by you proclaiming it.
Like, segments of the movie, they didn't bother doing that. If anything, they did it for a quick montage and then went back to their kind of generic plot and missed on the whole point of making a Mario movie. So,
no, they didn't.
Great as Yoshi's the
Which
next
is what,
one, but
Phil?
if Yoshi's in the next one has nothing
What
to do
is
with
it, Phil?
Mario World, you kind of missed the point again. So,
How
I
they
didn't
missed
really
the
like
point?
it.
Here's the thing with Phil. He's saying that they didn't do something, but he's not offering any solutions.
No.
But what is a Mario film then?
He's gonna say
does he want
Mario...
it to go to 8 different worlds in the Mushroom Kingdom and finding all the Bowser kids so he could save the princess? Is that what it is?
That's probably what he wanted, or he wanted the 80s movie.
Oh, the 90s?
I'm sorry, the animation was the best part
90s.
for me.
I thought it was 80s.
And hearing some nostalgic themes every once in a while, an Easter egg. Outside of that, I was pretty darn bored. Like I said, I literally almost nodded off at the end of the movie. I was like, oh, I had to keep myself awake to try to finish
drunk.
it. The ending sucked.
He was. I think he watched it while
I'm sorry.
drunk on gin.
Maybe this movie was made solely for kids. Maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe this is the way to...
Well, pause for a second. Kids. What do you think this movie was for? Adults? R-rated? Like
R-rated? Mario fucks Peach?
It has a PG rating for a reason.
Yeah, and it's meant for kids and adults. It's like you said, it's a family movie.
Family, you could take your family to see this movie.
I took my girlfriend to see this movie and she liked it.
I'm just so confused when he says
I could take my nephew to see this movie and
it's a kids movie, but like, and they'll like it.
Yeah, like someone could take, like, if they're a gamer, they could take their wife or girlfriend or husband and boyfriend to see this movie. Same thing with someone taking their nephews, their sons, daughters, nieces, even grandparents.
Yeah, Mario's been embedded into the world for the last 35, 36 years.
Yeah,
everyone knows Mario.
Yeah,
Everybody knows Mario.
Likes it. By and large, someone likes a Mario game. There's so many different kinds.
Yeah. There's so many of them, and they're done so well. Granted, it's not to everyone's liking, but still pretty well known.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I actually heard a lot of people around, even on my streams, but in real life, saying they liked the movie. Maybe if you're not someone who's played every Mario game, you're someone who's not looking for that in there.
Someone talked to him in real
life.
About
that it's Mario because you know what Mario is. Then maybe you loved the movie. But for me, I was like, wasn't what I want. It wasn't what I was
expecting. Did you watch it with your wife? What did she think of it?
Imagine if they make a Legend of Zelda movie
exactly.
next, but it doesn't have any of the elements of plot of Zelda. There's no major Master Sword. There's no Triforce. There's no Ganon. Or there.
What? How did Zelda get involved into this?
Can you roll that back? I missed
okay. No, the reason why it's because it might give in talks of a Zelda movie. But here's the thing, though. It's already confirmed somewhat by Charlie Day that they want to do something with either another Mario movie or Luigi's Mansion.
Right, and they're going to do that.
After the success of this one, there's going to be more.
Yeah, there's going to probably be Zelda and another Mario and a Luigi's Mansion.
I was like,
and a Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
And Metroid.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Like, imagine if they make a Legend of Zelda movie next, but it doesn't have any of the elements of plot of Zelda. There's no major Master Sword. There's no Triforce. There's no Ganon.
Oh, he's doing a what-if scenario.
He's generic and boring. It doesn't have the ominous tone of the character from the game.
They killed it with this Mario film. They had all the elements. They had all the characters. They had all the references. They clearly did their homework.
And Nintendo stepped in too to make sure they did their homework.
That's true. There was talk that some of these writers were going to kind of go off the rails, and they were like, no.
Yeah, and they actually talked with I was going to say Charles Martinet. They talked with Miyamoto.
He shut that down real quick.
Yeah, and he actually stepped in. It's like, this is what we would want in a Mario movie. Talking with Doug Bowser, talking with people who are affiliated with Nintendo. So if it wasn't for Nintendo stepping in, this movie would have been a disaster.
And after what we've been seeing with, not to go political with some areas, it seems like you don't want to do that. To upset the audience. You'd rather just make an enjoyable product for everyone across the board to enjoy.
And you make billions.
Yeah, exactly.
Games, but instead they cram all the Zelda shit in there. But it's definitely just an action movie for kids with jokes and pop culture and shit in it. You'd be like, "Hey,
what is it supposed to be? PG-13?
All these awesome fantasy
yeah, they could do that. Like
an amazing story out of all those.
Pause it for a second.
That'd be kind of cool, though.
It would be. Illumination finally makes an animated movie that it could be catering to kids, but it's a PG-13 movie. You could do that with Zelda. You could do that with Metroid.
Yeah.
Have a bloodied game that has to deal with swords and shit.
Yeah,
in a movie.
Because some of the games are already eaten up to teen anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, that seems like the perfect target audience is PG-13 for Metroid and Zelda.
Yeah, and if Illumination does it and they actually step out of their comfort zone to do so, I mean, look at Frederator, the studio behind Adventure Time. They made the Castlevania anime.
Yeah.
Look at how compare those two.
They just ignored all those elements and instead said, "Here's a generic another Illumination movie that just happened to have Zelda characters in it." That's kind of how I felt about the Mario.
Right now, Illumination is making a movie called Migration. It's about a bunch of birds migrating to one place to another. There's not much about it right now. I saw a little bit about it.
Like, this movie actually put Illumination more on the map. Besides Despicable Me, Sing, Secret Life of Pets.
It brought in a new audience. I know, weird.
Illumination was just Minions, and like people knew them
movie.
as Minions and
but they got their name on the board more than DSP, more than a lot of people did. And he's like over here, like they didn't do very good.
Yeah, this is
of course because they made more money than he did.
It's pretty much it's like everyone keeps saying he will look at something that is positive and always turn it into a negative.
Because it fits his narrative of just being a rather pissy person.
Yes.
That's how I hope they don't do that with Zelda, because Zelda, the lore is great. I mean, there's insanely good lore there to dive into. Why would you ignore it all?
But you forgot all the lore in
they did here. I don't
Breath
know
of the Wild.
So
Here's the Kingdom.
That's my review of the Mario movie. Honestly, I didn't like it. If I had to give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, I'd probably give it a thumbs down. I wouldn't even give it a man. I'd be like, nah, I didn't really like it. Sucks because I really wanted to like it. And at the end of the day, I'm trying to be honest. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. I hope that if they make a sequel, it's more in line with what you would expect of the.
Let's take the Roger Ebert, like the Siskel and Ebert approach. What would you rank the Mario movie?
4 stars.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying because Siskel and Ebert did the thumbs up, thumbs down thing.
Oh, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Thumbs
up.
Yeah.
Did you do the double thumbs up or just a single?
Okay, so a thumbs up for, like, say for example, if Siskel gave it a thumbs up and Ebert gave it a thumbs down, it's a mixed bag. Like one person liked it, one person didn't like it, but they talked about it, say, I didn't like this element, but then someone would be like, oh no, I like this element.
Oh, okay. That's what they did.
But if it's a thumbs up across the board, that means the movie was really good in their opinion.
Got
so
it.
It's for all 4 of us, it's a unanimous thumbs up.
Yes.
Thumbs
up.
I would say the number score, but thumbs up is better.
In the lore of the Mario world and having more of that treated respectfully and interestingly, rather than just saying, "Oh, it's a Mario movie, cram all that shit into 90 minutes."
They did treat it with respect.
Yeah, even though they crammed it in 90 minutes, they treated it all with the respect.
They even got Koji Kondo to be in there.
Leave a comment on this video. Let me know if I'm absolutely crazy insane.
Oh, dude.
Or if you kind of agree
with
it.
It doesn't matter because he has his comments hidden anyway, so.
I would love to know what the real comments say.
I can look that up for y'all.
Somewhere in the.
Well, you can see all the hidden comments.
I'm checking to make sure because sometimes he doesn't. Because I looked at that stupid, like he has like a lot of likes and one I gave it just like.
Middle, I would absolutely love to know your thoughts.
Yeah, let me know all the dislikes he has because I'm too lazy to get that.
Someone said this, and people get mad at me because I said people were overhyping it. It's why I gave it a 7.
I didn't like it. Thanks for watching my review, and I'll see you soon.
Also, Ren and Stimpy quote, really?
Wow.
Well, then again, no wonder why he quoted the horse character because it's a horse. His wife is a horse.
That was one of the worst Mario reviews ever.
Okay.
Oh, I would if I ever streamed again. I'm actually.
All right, let's see. Haven't seen it yet. Going to watch it when it comes out on Peacock next month, August 2nd.
Peacock.
Yeah, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure there was more comments, but these are the only 2 that he approved.
People get mad at me because I said people were overhyping it. Well, of course, you have to agree with DSP.
He only has 14 likes. He probably has a lot more dislikes.
No, he has 1 dislike, and it's from me.
Oh, okay.
Dislike it, please. I'm gonna dislike it later.
All right. Well, that was the reaction to his DSP
Absolutely
reacts to
awful.
Super Mario Brothers movie. It was a good idea to react to this, but it was a terrible video.
Bro.
Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please leave a comment and like this video. 100 likes will give you a celebratory bubble blow out of my ass. All right. Thank you. And any comments from the panel before I head out?
DSP's a bitch.
Man, DSP doesn't know jack shit about fun.
I'm actually really surprised he didn't like this film. And then I really thought at least it was going to be a mixed bag.
Yeah, me either.
He hated it.
Like, I thought he would give it a mixed bag because it's a children's movie. And then all of a sudden he's like, I hated this movie. I didn't like it.
I hate fun.
Yeah. All right, guys, we are out.